Alex, FA Cup semi-final at Wembley yesterday, and a suggestion around the second goal of controversy. You know, Martin Atkinson's call, was the ball over the line, wasn't it? It's reopened the goal line technology debate. Can you tell us where the FA are in relation to that debate?
Yeah, I mean, look, it's something we've always supported. I think the referees have a difficult enough job managing 22 people on the pitch. Goals don't happen very often in football in relative terms. And in my view, has always been, and the FA's view has always been, that anything that can help the referee determine whether the ball's crossed the line or not must be a good thing. You know, for us, this goes back to 1966. But 2010, it was acute to all of us watching the game in the stadium, at home. You know, that was miles over the line. So we got it back on the agenda very firmly in October 2010, and we've been pushing it really hard ever since then. You know, and I think the difference now is it's supported by FIFA and the other home nations in principle. I think the biggest issue is, you know, it's got to be accurate. It would almost be worse if you had technology in place yesterday that had given the goal and that was wrong. So you know, we're on the road now to bringing it in. We're not far away.
For those who don't know the decision-making process, this is not solely a decision for the FA, is it?
No, I mean the use of technology like this is part of the laws of the game, and the laws of the game are intended to be universal. So the game of football all over the world plays by simple laws, and included in that, you know, the introduction of technology to help the referees or anything like that would be a change to the laws of the game. You know, the game should be the same at every level. You know, park pitches, Premier League, World Cup. But the reality, I think, is sinking in that the game isn't the same.
How close is the technology, and when do you anticipate it might be first seen in England?
So what we're doing now is testing it. When we sat down in October 2010 after the Bloemfontein match, we said, you know, with the rest of the guys on Ifab, okay, technology makes sense, but it's got to be accurate and it's got to be quick. So we want to know within a couple of centimetres whether it's crossed the line or not, and we need to know within a second whether it's crossed the line or not, so the game, you know, keeps its momentum. And that was the challenge we gave to the technology companies, and we got to a stage in March this year where a couple of technologies were up to speed with those criteria. So they're now testing again in, you know, more conditions, testing to destruction, if you like, to make sure that the technologies are entirely robust. I would expect that 2nd of July we're meeting again as the Ifab, and provided that one or both of those technologies is working under those circumstances, under that testing, that we'll say, okay, fine, we'll put it in the laws of the game, and we'll effectively license one or both of those technologies and any other technologies that can get up to speed for implementation in any competition where someone wants to put it in. The question then is, how quickly can you implement it, and who wants to use it? So we're talking now to the Premier League, the Football League, we'll talk to the FA Cup, you know, organiser, you know, the committee here, and we'll talk to UEFA, we'll talk to FIFA, we'll talk to the Football League about who wants to use it and when is it appropriate to use it. Why is it complicated? Well, you know, there's a question about whether it's fair to have it in one venue and not another. So, you know, for example, we're playing San Marino next year, and now UEFA could say it must be in every stadium that takes part in National Association football. They're unlikely to kind of insist on that because it could be quite expensive. If it's in Wembley and available, my personal view is we should be able to turn it on. It helps the referee. It doesn't create an unfair playing field. So I think if we've invested in it, we should be able to use it. But we need to understand that and agree that with, you know, UEFA, with FIFA, and you know, we want to agree it with Football League and Premier League for use in the FA Cup here. Talk to the Football League about whether they wanted to use it in their playoffs, in their Carling Cup final, etc., etc. So I think, you know, we've got our own decision to make in terms of buying it, switching it on, and then the leagues will have their own decisions to make in terms of, you know, whether they want to buy it how long it takes to fit out, you know, how quickly they can put it in.